Hello world, I'm back for another session of some JavaScript, React, Notion, and general blog stuff. So let's just take a look at what I'm doing. I have made some progress without you, but not much. All I did was I wrote this type for a Notion blog because I didn't find any TypeScript support. Maybe there is some, I didn't find it. So we're still doing like the get block index where we specify a page ID, which is my page ID. And then we define this Notion block, which is TypeScript. And there's Notion index, which is the interface covering the entire page. And this is my own format. This is my post format. So here I added some code that will load the block from Notion. It'll actually take all the blocks from there. So here it is looking at parent ID. So I found out that the return blocks were containing some blocks of like that were not on the page. So I'm doing this check to make sure that the parent is set to my page that I looked for. And then I'm filtering only to blocks that have types set to page. And then I'm just going through all my blocks like that here, and I'm converting them to pages. So I'm grabbing the ID, the date, the title, and I'm generating a slug, and I'm returning that. And also here I'm filtering out those that don't, some of them might be null because of missing title. So I'm filtering those out, and there's actually a nicer way to do this. So in Lodash, wait a minute, okay, so I'm getting TypeScript error now because these guys may contain null. Let me turn this down a little bit. It's a little too loud. So these might contain null, and that's causing the error here. So if I wanted to get rid of that, I could use Lodash compact function, but I want to avoid using Lodash in this project. There's no Lodash yet. So I'm going to say Lodash in vanilla. Yes. I'm sorry guys, I'll be right back. I need to put on some AC. Oh. So it's 6 in the morning, but I could still use a little AC. I'm also gonna get rid of these headphones because I can hear my voice through noise cancelling. It's kind of strange. So I'm looking for compact, yeah. The problem is, what is that? What is that? That's not gonna work with the TypeScript. But I wonder if this works at all. Filter boolean, what the? Okay, that doesn't work with type. So if I want to make this work with TypeScript, I think I can use reduce. So if there's a post, we're gonna append it to the array of posts. And if there isn't one, we're gonna return the array of posts. Oh, that didn't work. So, can you see what I did wrong? Post is the array, okay. Post is my either post or nil. Interesting. I'm not seeing the problem, that's strange. Oh, that's so strange. Is there a problem with this initial type? What? Okay, strange. Well, it's kind of uglier than what I had before, but let's go with it for now. Alright, so now I'm getting this error serializing date. Why is that? Is this like a Next.js thing? Error, so Next.js error I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know you couldn't serialize dates. I don't want to do all that. Okay, so should I, whoa. How do I use this? Alright, we're just gonna do something else. Hold on a second. I don't understand this one. Error serializing data returned from da 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 da. Okay, that's fine. Okay, they're expecting your you have to cast a string first. I don't want to do that. I guess I could do that, but I still don't want to do that. I want to keep it simple. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to return a bunch of blocks from this one. First of all, I should still refactor this a little bit. So I think I'm going to do, we got like lib, we'll do like helpers. Maybe we'll, so I already have a couple helpers going. And I'm going to, maybe I'll just do export const. I will say posts from Notion index equals index is Notion index. Okay, hold on. So let's also create like a types thing here, types.ts, and let's move some of this. Let's just move everything there. Alright, so let's go to helpers and let's implement this. Posts from Notion index. I'll take Notion index and it'll return, it'll just run all these things basically. So we get the index and we're gonna do this and we'll just return valid posts. And we'll import post object, and okay, so I think we could, alright, we'll just pass also the index ID as a string. Okay, so we got index, we get index ID, and we can say const posts equals posts from Notion index. and give it index and give it index ID. That works? Yep. Okay, so that was a good simplification. I'm gonna refactor this some more. I'm gonna do something like const blocks from Notion index. And we'll just do this, and we'll do this. Okay. And here we're gonna say const blocks equal blocks from Notion index, good index, and we'll change this to say blocks. And also give it index ID. Okay, so that's nice. That's a nice refactor. What else could we improve here? Data blocks. Yeah, so maybe we can refactor a method to create a single post from a block, maybe. So let's do that. Let's add it here and say const post from Notion block equals block Notion block, and it returns posts are null. And we'll do, I think we're just gonna copy all of that. Yep. And we'll, where was I? Return. Actually, I think we can just pass the function here. So we'll pass it post from Notion block. Okay. So we get the page blocks. We'll turn them into posts. We'll filter out only valid posts. Oh, wait a second. So this is unnecessary now. Yeah, so I could use a nicer compact. This reduces confusing. I wonder if I could do compact implementation by myself. If I could do like function compact. This is not a good time for such thing. Like, I don't want to deal with all the generics and all that stuff, so never mind that. Anyway, so I'll still have the same error. It'll still be trying to serialize a date, and I don't want to deal with that. So here for get static props, I'm just gonna change it. I'm gonna make it return Notion blocks, or like Notion index, and because the Notion index will be loaded from the API, so I'm not gonna call posts here. I'm just gonna return the index. And here in my home, I'm gonna take the index and I'm gonna turn it into posts here. And I think I can use memo for this to make sure it's not called unnecessarily, and return this basically. I think this is not imported. Yep, okay. So we got all the posts now here. This shouldn't break the way it did before. Hold on, let's clean this up. Okay. So, okay, it looks like it's not breaking. So let's just print them. Oh, very cool, we got the posts, right. All right, it's time to render them. So we got post list, and let's make it accept an array of posts. Posts, post, 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 post. Let's import that. And let's pass it on right here. Okay, let's bring up the design. Okay, so that's a fairly easy design. but we're gonna need the icons for them. So just to make this clear, I want to be able to, so let's just say I have blog, and let's say I add my article about moving to hey email, okay, and I want to have it here at the top, but I want it to have a icon. So I'll just get the hey mail. I'm gonna steal their icon by moving it into preview and then saving it. File, export, and we'll do PNG, hey icon, and here we'll add icon and we'll upload a new one. Choose an image. So recommended size is 280 by 280. I'm gonna save the environment and I'm gonna size it down because I don't want to upload unnecessarily huge file. This one is like 1000 by 1000, so I don't know if it actually saves environment. It just feels wasteful. So let's give them exactly what they need, which is 28 by 28. Alright, so now my page has an icon. And we'll get to that later. I'm not going to deal with this just yet, because dealing with images will be a whole separate chapter. Because I'm not going to hotlink them from Notion. I'm going to re-upload them to my own S3, and I'm going to serve them from there. So that's going to be like a whole nother chapter, but we'll get to that. For now, we just want to render a bunch of posts. So let's just take a look at the design, and let's just render. Actually, we're gonna do this. So here's the deal. We'll take all the posts. Nope. So we're gonna take all the posts. I'm just checking on OBS because it has a tendency to crash. So I'm gonna take all the posts and I'll create a post component. Like post, we're gonna call it post list item because post will be something different. It'll be like the post itself. So we'll do that. We'll import the styles from post list item that module. It's a CSS. We'll add it. Post list item that module of SCSS, and we'll just we'll just style it. Just give it some style. Okay, good. They're showing up. So let's make it accept a post here. Post, and let's pass it here. Okay, so there's that. And now we're gonna do all the markup for it. So we'll do something like image on the left, image here, and we'll do content on the right, and it'll have, so how's our H2 structure now? Like H1, H2. So we got H1, the logo. We got H2, which is the title of the blog, like hi, this is me. So for posts, we'll do H3. So we'll do post, wait a minute, let's get the post. Post the title. Okay, we got the title, and we'll do the description or whatever. So what was it? Is there like a short description? Oh, there isn't one. There isn't one yet. So we'll get to that in a bit. For now, I'm gonna copy this short text, and I'll do P, and we'll do the timestamp, which we have. So let's do like small, and we'll say post.date, and we need to format that. So I'll look up vanilla JS format date. We'll try to stay away from any libraries for as long as we can. So I just want to format it nice. Oh. It can be that complicated, right? What? JS formatting date lightweight. I don't really want to use the library, but maybe I will have to. And this one seems lightweight enough. JavaScript format a date. There's like a problem with JavaScript. When I open Stack Overflow on formatting and date, I will bet you that the first answer will be suggesting to use library. Okay, it's not. My bad. So what's this? For custom delimited date formats, you have to pull out the date from... What? Oh, this is something new. What? And this will work? What? This will work? You're kidding me. Wow, that worked. That's kind of neat. I had no idea it would, but it did. So one thing we have to do though is we're gonna move this formatter up here, just because we don't want to create it on each render. It can be shared. So we'll do that. Get rid of this here, and let's make it look nice. So let's get rid of this background, and let's start with display flex. Actually, I think I'm gonna move this one to the side here now, so I can see it. So let's do display flex. Let's get the image and set up some properties on that. So image will have width of 180. So we'll do flex 180 pixels, and it'll have a height of 130. So it'll have a height of 130, and it has a border. So we'll get that. We'll do border 1 pixel solid. And we'll do also border radius 6 pixels. That's nicer. We'll do some bit of margin there. Roughly, we'll do 20 pixels. So margin right 20 pixels. Yep. And we'll do centering. Centering? I'm not sure about that yet. We'll figure it out. For the image, let's hide this text. Let's just keep this empty for now. And there's gonna be some space between the posts, and that will be something like 50 pixels. So we'll do margin bottom 50 pixels. Good. Now the title, the H3. We got size of 28 and bold. So let's get that. Let's actually go into content, find the H3, do font size. How much was it? 28 pixels. And font weight, bold. Okay, let's format the body. So P, it's gonna have a color, and this color, I think we already have something like that. It seems like we should be able to just reuse what we have, but first let's import, where was that? Style/colors, SCSS, and let's do color that. Is this the same color? Yeah, it seems like we want to use this. It seems like we want to be consistent with this color, so let's just use that. And how about the date? This color again seems to be a little bit different, but I'm just gonna keep the same one. So we'll get the small, we'll do color, text gray, preview it. Okay, and for small the font size seems to be 16 regular. So just change the font size. Okay. Okay. Well, something's wrong. First of all, I'm gonna add some margin below the P. Something like that. That's a little too much. Let's go with 8. Yeah, that's good. So what else is wrong? This image doesn't look right. Oh, hold up. The title here, there's too much line size, so we'll do line height 1.3. That's better. Also, the H3 needs a bit of margin. That's nicer. And now, are we gonna keep those images centered like that, or are we gonna have them aligned with the top? Because in the design, they're aligned with the top. So maybe we should do that instead. We could try it like that, I guess. Is there some margin? No. So we can maybe do margin top 10 pixels. So just offset it a little bit, but not too much. To make it start roughly with the top of the title. So I want to get this straight line here. Okay, but this looks good now. And we're still missing those descriptions, and that's a bit of a problem. And we're gonna, so in order to get those descriptions, we're gonna need to load the actual posts from the body of the blog posts, which makes things a little bit complicated. But first I want to tackle another problem. I want to get those images working. So let me go back to index, and let me just print out those blocks, or let me go to helpers, and here let me print out those page blocks. And let's see what kind of information we got there. Let's see if we have any information about the image. So there's properties, but there's just a title. There's format, and there's page icon. And we're getting somewhere. Is it it? Is that it? Ooh, access denied. So this is some kind of one-time crap. There's something going on that doesn't allow me to load this icon so easily. Oh man. Is it just a caching issue? Is it like it was cached in my Cloudflare thing? Cloudflare workers. So my question is there an old URL cached in my Cloudflare workers? Is that what it is? So let me see here. Which one is it? Alright, this is the one. And, oh, look at that. Success error. Interesting. Requests per second, like 0.1, that's nice. CPU time. Yeah, next to nothing, I guess. Is there any way to clear the cache? So what I really want to know, if I make a direct request to Notion right now, that image, so if I go and get this page, and I'm just gonna open it here in Chrome, and if I steal the URL to the image from here, okay, if I steal it directly from here, so I have to Oh, that's interesting. So I have to go Notion so / that URL. Okay, so that works. But this guy right here is like encoded URL. So can I steal this URL? If I go to like URL decode thing, decode. So this is the real URL. Can I access this directly? Access denied. So I have to go through Notion to get to that S3. Is that what it is? So now if I got the URL here, like that, can I now just take this URL and can I do URL encode? How do I encode? Encode to URL, okay. Encode, okay. So now this is encoded and I can say Notion, HTTPS Notion so / the URL. So can I take that and open it? File not found. So what are they doing differently? It is a different UUID, I can tell that. No, wait a minute. They're also referencing, so it is the same ID, but they're referencing a table equals block and then the block. So is it like do I have to give them like correct block ID in order to get my URL, in order to get my file? Is that what it is? So if I go to Notion so / all that and open that, what happens? Not found. What the heck? It's almost the same as what they had here. Look at that. Slightly different though. This is their URL. And it was encoded. Oh, wait a minute. There's like /image / that. So if I go to Notion so / image / that, whoa, that loaded. Okay. So can I now get rid of these two arguments? So again, actually, this is what I want to try. Notion so / image / that URL. Now I'm totally stealing from their API, but this works. So what I can do now is I can go here to my page blocks. I can steal the page icon from this format thing. So we'll just, so it is in the block now. We'll do const icon equals URL equals block dot value dot format dot page icon. And if I go to types now, my page icon should totally be a optional type because it may not be there. So this is string or undefined now. Now I have it. So we'll do like icon s3 URL and we'll convert it to public URL. We'll do icon public URL equals, and we'll do HTTPS Notion so / image / and we need to put in the encoded URL, encode something. How do you do this? Encode URI component, and you do icon s3 URL, and that we need to check if it exists. Let's just do it through string interpolation. So we have to check if it exists first. Oh. So if it exists, otherwise undefined. Okay. Got the icon public URL. So now let's go here and let's give this guy icon, just optional string. So now I should be able to just say here icon public URL, just like that. And if I go to my post list, something's wrong. Also, format might be undefined. Okay, let's fix that. So format is also an optional, of course, which makes sense. We'll do question mark here. That should resolve that problem. So now I can go back to post list. I can go to post list item, and I'm thinking I can now, what should I do with this? Should it be like image tag? We'll just do background style, background image will be URL, and here it will say post.icon, and we'll check first. We'll do post.icon, otherwise empty. Okay, whoa, it works. So we need to simplify that. Okay, let's get post list item module. Let's get the image, and let's do background size cover or whatever, or contain. I don't know which one. No, it's contain. And background repeat, no repeat, and background position center. Beautiful. So that's really something, isn't it? I'm now rendering all the icons. So if I were to add an icon to this article, how I work on side projects, I actually have a pretty long article here, or like an image or whatever. But I don't know, like for these blog posts, icons look kind of better, although images would be pretty cool too. So I'll just Google some kind of image like side project. We'll do like workplace, like home office at night. Here we go. That's kind of what I was going for side project. We'll save that. We'll try to upload this as icon, which probably won't look right because this is not an icon, it's an image. It's a different thing. But let's try it. Yeah, look at that, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. So let's refresh. And I'm not expecting this to be updated because Cloudflare is doing a fair amount of caching. And I don't know when that cache... Oh, look at that, he's here. Alright, but it came with all his wrong aspect ratio. So for this one, I would prefer to do cover. But then the hey icon would be messed up. So that would look better for this post. It looks worse for hey icon. So I'm gonna stick with icons for now. And I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't like it. And I think for images, we'll use cover images instead. Yeah. So let's upload one. Choose image. Alright, well, whatever. Anyway, if I have a cover image here, I should be able to access it again in my converter from blocks to posts. So let's update that. This is still showing the icon, which means it wasn't refreshed, but let's keep refreshing. Maybe the cache will get cleared in the meantime. Seems like it just did. So if I go here now, I should be able to see my cover image too. We get format. No, the icon still seems to be there. Oh, this won't work. So I want to see if it's using the old icon or what. Oh, that's the Notion post. That's something. That's something else. I'm looking for the second one. So, format, page cover. Yay, perfect. So I can access the page cover too. Let's go here to my types and make sure we have that. So page cover question mark string. So we got page cover going here, and it's early morning. I'm sorry about that. So Okay. So we need to refactor this little thing into like a helper method. We'll do const URL for Notion image equals image string or undefined. I'll just do string. And we'll just do this, right? I'll just also accept undefined. And let's do if not image return undefined. And we'll say image here. Okay, so now we can go and say const icon equals URL for Notion image block.value.format question mark dot page icon. So that's done. And we'll also do now const cover equals URL for Notion image, and we'll use page cover. So and we'll also pass it here. Let's get the post. Okay, we'll do cover question mark string. So now my post will also include a cover. So if I go here, so here we're gonna use, how should we do this? Let's just do like const image equals post.icon or post.cover, and let's do image type equals post. If there's post icon, we'll say icon, otherwise we'll say cover, and we'll use the class names. We'll use class names here. So we're gonna do for image, we're gonna do class names, image, and we'll do image styles, image type. So here, I'm gonna say if there's an image, use the image. And here for image, we'll do one for icon, one for cover. So for icon, we'll do contain. For cover, we'll do cover. Yes, perfect. So here's the deal. If you upload cover image, it will be stretched like that. And if you upload an icon, it will be sized down to fit nicely in your post. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty much exactly what I wanted. So that was the easy, like playing with images was the easy part. The hard part will be getting these descriptions, because this text is not right yet. So let's just change it for something like lorem. Actually, I think I have lipsum app. I don't. Lorem, whatever. What time it is? Okay, so we've been going for some 40 minutes, which is starting to be quite enough for today, for this nice morning. What just happened? What just happened? Okay, we're good. Oh, that's too long. I don't want it to be that long. Okay. Cool, so we got some lorem text. So now, two problems. First, this description isn't correct. Second, we're hot linking the image from Notion, which I don't like, because we're causing traffic to them, and if they decide to, I don't know, if they decide to like take down the URL or whatever, all my old images will be broken. So what I really want to do is I want to host these images on my own S3. And we'll get to that, but for now, I think this is pretty good. This works pretty well. Yeah, so quite a few things planned for the next iteration, but this has been pretty good progress in my opinion. So I'll be back later with some more Notion coding. Thanks for watching and see you later.